Okay, so let's talk today about what happens after an inner healing and deliverance session. So the response to that can be varied and many. But referring back to my previous post about the fruit of deliverance should always be increased connection with the Father, Jesus, and Holy Spirit, and healed emotions. Sometimes our deliverance actually kickstarts us into a process of healing our emotions. And that takes a completely different approach, meaning I can't over spiritualize it and I can't fix my emotions with spiritual tools. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So what do I mean by that? I have seen a lot of believers, and I've done this myself, use things like prayer, like constantly going up for prayer as a means to actually escape what we're feeling inside. And that's not how God designed us to live, and it's not how He wants us to partner with Him. So if after an inner healing and deliverance session, you're like, I'm feeling really raw, I'm feeling super emotional, I have all of this pain that's now coming up, it's because the spiritual strongholds have now been removed and the Lord is actually moving you into a place where the emotions need to be addressed. And that takes like a completely different set of tools. So this is like tools like learning how to emotionally regulate, learning how to connect with the Lord in your pain, learning how to communicate with others when you're hurting, learning how to forgive, learning how to process sadness without moving into depression. Learning how to identify triggers so that you're not constantly in that fight or flight. We had people transfer from other hospitals all the time because we were a major inner city hospital, okay? And these people would come in with the weirdest, like bandages, wound dressings, you name it. Like, we're just like, what even is this? And in order to actually accurately assess the wound and make sure that they were being treated properly, we had to take that old dressing off, expose it to trained eyes, and come up with a different approach, because obviously whatever they were doing before wasn't working. We have to kind of think of inner healing the same way. We have to allow the Lord to sometimes expose what's going on, break us free from the strongholds that have kept us not healing, and then He catalyzes us into a process of healing, which often means we have to address the state of our emotions, which is an internal job, and that requires completely different tools. So if you want more information on what those tools are, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to do some more videos tackling that specifically, but I hope that this kind of gives some clarity to that.